Now looking ahead to Manchester United versus Arsenal, and I have a feeling that United will struggle in this game. Looking at the way Arsenal play, with Calafiori's ability in tight spaces, back to goal, taking the ball in the half turn, he'll look to drift into these spaces or further up the pitch in these pockets. And with Man United, who's going to track that? Will it be Diallo, a man-for-man game, or will United retreat into a very compact 5-4-1 block or a 4-4-2 block and then wait for counter-attacking moments? And especially with Casemiro and Bruno as the midfield two, I think out of possession, United will get absolutely run over with Zubimendi, Rice, Odegaard, Calafiori, even at times Timber dropping in. Gyökeres dropping in and out of this central space. I really do think there'll be more problems for United after the 90 minutes. Because with United's build-up structure, the issue is when Diallo receives the ball here, back to goal on his stronger foot, and let's say Bruno drops in to receive, Rice could step, and Bruno is open, but this is where Gabriel, Calafiori can deal with that threat. Sesko is open, okay, but that's where Saliba is there, and then Timber will shuffle across. Cunha might be open, but because the ball is here and Diallo is receiving back to goal, that's not a problem, that's not a problem as well. When Diallo hooks it around the corner into this space here, this is where Saliba can step, whether that's in the air or on the ground. Gabriel can step, Zubimendi, Rice, they're there to win that ball and then start the attack. I could see Raya becoming one of the centre-backs with Saliba, and then Gabriel going out to this left space here, allowing Calafiori to drift in. And then Timber would go on the touchline here, with Calafiori inside. So straight away, it's a 4-2 and then a 5. So how will United deal with that? Will they straight away get pinned back into a back 5 with Arsenal's front 5? And if this happens and it's a back 5, Arsenal will have so much fun building out from the back. Because when the pass goes out to Saliba, let's say, and Sesko decides to press, it could go out to Timber, and by the time Cunha presses Timber, there's this much space for Zubimendi. If Casemiro presses Zubimendi, there's this much space for Odegaard for these diagonal passes, or for Saka to receive the pass in this space here, in his stride, and run at the defence. If let's say the pass goes out to Gabriel and Bruma decides to press Gabriel, look at Calafiori in so much space to receive the ball comfortably as he does. For example, we know that Rice likes to drop in and then they can create these triangles out wide. If Bruno follows Rice, then there's so much space for someone like Gyökeres to receive the ball, set Calafiori, and suddenly Arsenal are out. And I could genuinely see that happening. I just have a feeling. And then further up the pitch, Calafiori could enter these spaces here in the left-sided 10 position, with Casemiro, Bruno having to lock on. Zubimendi and Rice can create a 2v1 on Sesko. If Sesko decides to press Saliba, Saliba can play out to Timber. When Cunha goes out to Timber, straight pass out to Saka, this is where we're looking at Odegaard. We're looking at Zubimendi to receive the ball in the second phase. Zubimendi receives the ball, then he's able to switch. Sesko must press Zubimendi to ensure that Saka cannot play Zubimendi for that switch. And then there are these pockets of space that will appear, so United must be shuffling quickly with Heaven, De Ligt, Yoro and Diallo in that compact shape. And where United will get success is winning the ball back in these areas and then transition. When you have Cunha, when you have Mbeumo, Sesko, when you have Bruno running onto the passes in transition, that's where United can hurt them, as well as Diallo as well. The focus is on out of possession, controlling the game without the ball and then waiting for your moments. Dropping your thoughts in the comments below on Man United versus Arsenal. What are your predictions and why? I'll try to reply to your thoughts as much as I can, but as always, until next time, peace!